Now then, people, good evening. Welcome back to the Just Joe Football Show. Smash me a like on the video. It wouldn't surprise me if we've got a new contract for James coming at 7 o'clock. From a freaking bone here. Honestly, it's I'm getting pissed. I'm gonna rant. And it's not. Listen, get some love. Yeah. Anyway, throw them a James contract. Throw them a freaking bone here. Now, I don't know if any of us have seen the latest article from the YEP, from Graham Smith. I don't know if it's come directly from the club, if it's what people think, but clearly it's come with some. Clearly it's come from somewhere and from some credible source. But I feel like I'm being gaslit. I feel like I'm being gaslit into I and you are the reason why we haven't been able to sign Stack or Longstaff up to this point. That's how I'm reading it. There seems to be disagreement over the keeper. Stop disagreeing and get someone fucking signed. Someone make a decision. The keeper is there to keep goal and kick the ball long or short. It ain't that difficult. Sorry, it ain't. In terms of positions, and don't get me started, if that Tom Fellows link's genuine, get in the bin. Get in the bin. I'm going to go and read through some of the article. If you haven't had a chance to read it, go read it. Leeds United summer transfer optics issue, but shortlist name still viable as Man United looms. I've took out some key bits that I want to talk about. Now, the main bit, Leeds United position, is that they will not be pulled into a running commentary on transfer deals. No one's asking for that. I don't think I am. I don't think you are. I don't know if the journos are. I don't know any club that gives us a running commentary. I don't hear a running commentary from any club. What I do see is links that are genuine out there in the press. You can't help that. With the Premier League as well, you just can't help that. But we don't hear from Arsenal. I've not heard from their new sporting director. I've known they were signing Gyökeres. I've known they were signing Madueke. I've known they were signing Zubimendi since last season. And I've not heard from Bole. I've not heard from them. But I knew they were getting Delap. I knew they were getting João Pedro. Who cares? We don't need to hear from you. So you can remain tight-lipped. I'm not asking for a running commentary. The YEP understands from other sources, so that bit's not from the club. This is from other sources, but them sources, I imagine, will be credible. Otherwise, why would the YEP not ask? These other sources are saying that the public nature of the Whites' pursuit of Stack has not been helpful for the smoothest of negotiation process with Hoffenheim. Get in the fucking bin. What? So Hoffenheim said, I've seen that people that know that you're after him. We're out. We're out. What? It's pathetic. If that is true, and that's the conversations that are going on at the football club, it's fucking pathetic. So you're telling me because Just Joe or a certain podcast, let's say Leeds That, or One Leeds, or big Twitter accounts like LUFC Data know about Stack, that we have now caused that to make it difficult. What? So why have Arsenal got Gyökeres? Because I've known about every fucking nook and cranny about that deal every day, every hour. From bloody Fabrizio. I've known, guess what? I knew about Florian Wirtz going to Liverpool weeks before he actually signed. So why didn't Liverpool go, we were going to get Wirtz, but because people knew about it, we couldn't get it? What sense is that? It's excuses. It's pathetic. Get deals over the line. If that genuinely is being said, then that's crazy talk. That is crazy talk. That the reason you couldn't or are struggling to get deals. Don't tell me Hoffenheim have sat there, their sporting director, and gone, well, Adam, the deals were going well, but I've just checked LUFC hashtag, and turns out they've found out deals off. I'm out. As Duncan Bannatyne would say, I'm out. It's crazy. That surely can't be true. And if it is, my God, if I'm the reason that we don't get Stack, I'm sorry. If we go down next season and we don't sign the players, I'm sorry. It's mental. YEP understands from other sources that the public nature of the Whites' pursuit of Stack has not been helpful for the smoothest of negotiating process with Hoffenheim. Why? Can someone who wants to not read between the lines and believes every single thing that comes out, can you explain to me why us knowing about the deal would make it not smooth? Can someone explain that to me? And if someone can give me a valid reason, I'll have the conversation. But that to me is codswallop. It's absolute pony. Hope remains, though. Oh, well, I'm sick of hope now. Get them over the line and don't blame fans for it. It's mental. Similarly, they've not abandoned their belief that a deal can be struck with Rodrigo Muniz, which is something that I heard yesterday as well, to be fair. Loose links, yeah. Adam Underwood and that walking round going, who's the snitch? Who's posting stuff out? You the reason we're not getting Stack, going like that. Over at Canteen. You. I'ma see you. It's mental. Artificially creating demand, but that's the highest level of clutching at straws. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. It's almost as if, because we found out about Stack and Diarra, that's the reason Sunderland got them. If only you didn't speak about that on Twitter, then Sunderland wouldn't have known. Give over. Give over. That blew. As I'm reading it, I'm going, really? And I'm speaking to people about it, and everyone's saying the same thing. What? That's pathetic. Surely that can't be true. How can you say that? No one wants a running commentary. It's fine. If it's quiet, yeah, it's difficult to talk about news. I get it. But eventually it will come out and we'll all be hyped. No one's saying, we can have a laugh and go, it's so quiet. Shh. Yeah, that's fine. Don't read into that. You're a football club. No one. So what? If we're bitching and moaning online, so what? Where the tip of the eye, like, imagine, right? Can you imagine if they were what's gone on at Arsenal this week? What's gone on at Arsenal? They were linked to Madueke, the poor lad. They had spray painted over murals of Arteta saying Arteta out, get the Cronkies out, and they were spending 55 million. Our lot would have gone, yeah, the deal's off. Sorry, Madueke. You've got to be stronger than that. You've got to be stronger than that. Surely, us at bitching and moaning online shouldn't be that big of a deal. We're going to always bitch and moan. That's what we do. Because we fill the void. Now, if this has come from the club, large parts of it, what you've done is filled the void, but with negative stuff for me. Let me just say, I'm still believe we'll get it. This isn't a response to that. This isn't a response to that. Please know that. But, right, okay, so how do you interpret this then, Daniel? Please. I'm going to ask you to interpret this for me then, right? Give me your interpretation of this. Leeds' position is that they will not be pulled into a running commentary on transfer deals. So they are tight-lipped on their current business. No one cares about that, but I'm not bothered about that. I don't need to know that, though, but thank you for the info. But the YEP understands from other sources that the public nature of Leeds' pursuit of Stack has not been helpful for the smoothest of negotiating processes with Hoffenheim. Tell me what your interpretation of that is. Genuinely, and I'll see what's your interpretation of that. Oh, Patrick, you don't actually believe that, do you? Do you actually believe that scouts of multi-million dollar, pounds, yen football clubs are searching Twitter to see Leeds United are interested in Stack and are going to push the button? They already know about Stack. Come on. Don't be naive. Please. That's all I ask. Don't be naive that you think that people didn't know about Stack until we started speaking about him online. And then clubs went, oh, yeah, Anton, forgot about that. Get on to Anton Stack. Okay, so your interpretation is the only way it could be read. Right, okay. There's no journos, I don't think. And if it was it, the YEP won't report it, would they? You know? Where's the signings? Was Dan James' new deal being announced? What did I tell you? From a bone quick. Like a new signing. And when I see Graham's post first thing, I thought, quick, throw the fan base a line. You know it's coming. Guess what? But it now comes with just, I'm not happy about that, though. I'm buzzing for James. Buzzing for him. But it comes with a... I called it. Called it. Throw him a bone. Because if... Oh, no, man. We knew about James's contract for weeks. Why? Why has we managed to get that deal over the line? Because I knew about it and you knew about it and it was reported. How have they done that? How did they do that when we knew about it for weeks? Surely we must have scuppered the deal. Yeah, agreed, Sonny. Agreed, mate. Just laughable. Now, some will see that as good news and boom, 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 boom. But having read the article, I'm like, really? Newcastle are getting Hugo Ekitike. Yeah. 24th of June, folks. 24th of June is when Baron Cross leaks that. 24th of June. And it's the 14th of July. Do you know what? We're struggling here. Throw him a bone, will you? Oh, man. That's what I mean. You talk about optics. That there is is poor optics for me, because you get the YEP article and then you go quick, throw 'em a bone, keep them happy. That means you're managing the optics poorly. Whoever's the optics manager, if there is such a position, you're not doing a good job. Because that James news has come with, oh, for fuck's sake. You know what I mean? Yeah, nice one. Yeah. How did they know about that, though, when we've known about it for weeks? I don't know how they managed to do that. I've got a text. Club thinks we're all going to jizz over the fact James has signed a new contract, and we will call it a day. Dead. Oh. It's mental. I'm just pissed, right? Some will lap it up, and that's fine. That's fine. Lap it up all you want, but for me, I do this, right? Like, and I know I'll go on and I'll go. I'm just pissed. Yeah. Corey, though, that it was obvious. It was obvious, bro. It was obvious with the tweet. It was obvious, man. And then the article was released. Oh, God, that don't read well for us. That article, right, was published today at 5:41. Then what happens? Boom, get James out there, because we're no further on. We've not got any links. We're struggling, and it's the fans' fault. So boom, get something out there. So that's one bit I want. Have a read of the article yourself, folks. You can take what you want from it, what you will. I'll be getting cooked everywhere. I don't care. This is my opinion. You come for my opinion, right? But that piece there was Leeds' position is that they will not be pulled into a running commentary on transfer deals. So they are remaining tight-lipped on their current business. The YEP understands from other sources that the public nature of the Whites' pursuit of Stack has not been helpful for the smoothest of negotiating process with Hoffenheim. I don't know how us knowing about it on Twitter should have any conversation in a boardroom in Hoffenheim. I don't get it. Also, it says hope remains, though. Similarly, they have not abandoned their belief that a deal can be struck with Fulham for Rodrigo Muniz, which is something I did hear from someone's mouth yesterday. That's all I'll say. But it wasn't like nothing big. They just went, look, I think they still want Ekatike. That'll happen. So we'll see. Next board is, there is no doubt that the board and recruitment team want to get their business done as quickly as possible. Yeah, that's what's said. Because a very real problem far more pertinent than optics or the public nature of some of Leeds' intended business is that a bad start can kill a survival bid in the Premier League. 100%. 100%. There is a doubt that the board and the recruitment team want to get their there is no doubt, of course. And that's why we need to get the deals done. Yeah, we need to get the deals done as quick as possible. I agree with that sentiment. Goes on to say time is still on Leeds' side, yet with every day that passes, that statement loses a little bit more of truth. In just 2 weeks, Leeds will have completed their training camp, and only 3 weeks will exist between them and competitive football. Now, I can't lie to you. I genuinely expected a very busy day today. I did. There's still nothing. We get the James contract news. My worry is like, okay, so maybe we get some news tomorrow, but then when does that player sign? Like, we are running out of time. I know there's still a long way to go, and it can change in the blink of an eye with a transfer window, but I do think look, calm is needed, I get it, and I will be calm, but right now I'm like a coiled spring and I'm ready to boom. You know what I mean? Time is still on our side, but it is dwindling. giving him 4 years in a good deal too. How good? I don't think it's a bad deal at all. It's a good deal, mate. If what would you give him, Tyler? I think 4's great. Also, in a couple of seasons' time, if we're still in the Premier League, he may be moved on. You know, this almost feels like it, Oliver. This almost feels like it. Now, this is what I don't understand, and again, this pissed me off, and that's probably because I was pissed off at reading the other bit about basically it being your fault. So, as it stands, beyond the aforementioned necessary midfield options, so he touched on Stack and Longstaff, Farker needs a goalkeeper. The YEP understands that there has been less of the transfer tension that Angus Kinnear admitted to after the summer 2024 window, but it has taken longer to reach a consensus and decision on the keeper than it has with other positions. So they admit that there were issues behind the scenes in summer 2024. There was tensions. Obviously, Jordan Miles just went, so I don't know if he was part of that. But it has taken longer to reach a consensus and a decision on the keeper than it has with other positions. Now, I get they paid the big bucks to make the decisions, but what's so hard about it? And while you're taking your time, our targets are going elsewhere. I don't understand why a goalkeeper should be so. If anything, the goalkeeper is the easiest position to pick. We've been linked to Vanya Milinkovic-Savic. We've been linked to Perry. We've been linked to Finn Darman. We've been linked to Zentner. So there's 4. Make a fucking decision. You were obviously all sold on Pope because a bid went in for Pope, or there was a discussion. That was in an Athletic article when the Sean Longstaff thing came out. Now, of course, there is a conversation. Yes, agreed, Sonny. Okay. But there has to come a time. There's obviously one saying one thing. So someone needs to go, well, boom. We're getting this guy because we're running out of time. I think for me, it's a worry personally for me if we're struggling over fucking coming to agreement on the goalkeeper position. I don't think it is Agent Smith, though. If he was their top target, then they'd have made the bid. Because although Leon are staying up, they still have massive financial issues. Massive financial issues. So you can still go get him. So he's there. Vanya Milinkovic-Savic has a release clause, for God's sake. So I just don't like that either. Yeah, well, if you don't make your decision soon, Amy, you're gonna lose out. That's my point. You're going to lose out if you don't make a decision quick. Yeah. Fair. That is fair. That is fair. And I'm all for counter argument. Like I say, at this moment in time, we still have a long way to go. But as the days pass by, into weeks, and then before you know it, the season's here. And like the article says, in 2 weeks' time, we'll be back from Germany. Farker relay. Forget about this weekend. Someone said to me on Sunday that it's just a glorified, like, I forgot the word that he used. It's not really a pre-season friendly. It's more of a I forgot the word he used, but it's a cost generating exercise. It's not really about patterns of play and all that sort of stuff, is it? Just 2 teams going out, boom. So, but really, Daniel Farker, Daniel Farker needs to have, a costing exhibition, marketing exercise. That's it. Perfect. Marketing exercise, which is true. Man United have signed one player. We've signed 4. Boom. When we go away into Germany, really, Farker should have his goalkeeper. He needs to have his 6. He needs to have his 8. He needs to have his winger. He needs to have his striker. Really, if we're being honest. Exactly, Nathan. 100%. Sky do a transfer show. I'll drop them a mail and ask them not to mention Leeds links as it might cause us problems. It's laughable, that, isn't it? And again, this is how the article finished, folks, which you won't want to hear from me. You won't want to hear this bit. Leeds' profit and sustainability position is worth a mention in any discussion of their transfer business and strategy because it plainly is a factor. Because it plainly is a factor. Leeds' profit and sustainability position is worth a mention in any discussion of their transfer business and strategy because it plainly is a factor. Get the players that are not going to be here out of the club. If you're telling us that PSR is an issue, then if you have thoughts of selling Joseph to help that, then sell him. Jack Harrison, make a decision. Is he staying or is he going? If he's staying, just tell us. Forget the optics. Just tell us. And then we can move on from it. Gelhardt, Greenwood, Joffrey. I've read some things that they think they can get close to 5 million for some of them. Nah, you'll be lucky to get 5 million for the lot. Make a decision. If PSR is an issue, if you're going to have to sell, maybe a bigger name, then make that decision. And then it finishes on this. The work that Parag Marathe said had been completed. This is where the words come back to bite you, right? The work that Parag Marathe said had been completed long before promotion was secured is all well and good, but now it must come into fruition and result in a Premier League squad. There is no panic. There is, however, a need for urgency. There is still plenty of time and the clock is always ticking, but it's starting to tick a little louder. And I can't disagree with that statement, to be honest. It's like that show, Tic Tac. We've been here before, haven't we? Tic Tac, tac tick, tic tac. Honestly, because we were told everything had been done weeks before. So it must come to fruition and result in a Premier League squad. There is no panic. There is, however, a need for urgency. There is still plenty of time and the clock is always ticking, but it's starting to tick a little louder. Yeah, any super chats I've starred, we'll go through them on the at the end of the article, at the video. Now, there is the article in question. In the comments, if you want to go read it, go read it. Please know as well, folks, make up your own minds. If Joe's losing his head, I'm losing my head. I don't need to be talking about it on any podcasts or like that. Make up your own mind and read the article and take your own thoughts from it. But for me, when I read between the lines, I think it's a bit gash, really. The key thing, though, at the start, Leeds' position is that they will not be pulled into a running commentary. So that's Leeds' position. So they are tight-lipped on their current business. Then it goes on, but the YEP understands from other sources. So this isn't coming from the football club, but people close to the football club, right? The YEP wouldn't report something that they felt wasn't or didn't have some sort of validity to it, right? But it is just a source. But it says the YEP understands from other sources that the public nature of the Whites' pursuit of Stack has not been helpful for the smoothest of negotiating processes with Hoffenheim. That's what I call cap. Maybe that source isn't true, although I don't think they'll report it if it wasn't. But if it is true, then I need someone to explain to me how me knowing about us being linked to Stack is causing problems. I need to know. If someone can explain to me how me, because, like I say, I've known about signings all over the Premier League for weeks. Some that are still to get over the line. Yeah, Daz makes the point on Twitter. It does feel like they've kept this announcement back for a rainy day. When we talk about Dan James, it genuinely feels like. Keep that in the back burner. Keep it. Yeah. Keep it on the back burner till we need it. But that's that in question. I was tagged in a tweet about Tom Fellows, and they tried to make out on Transfer News Live that it's come from Sky Sports, but I cannot see that anywhere on Sky Sports. So it looks like they're just trying to use that as a way to give their story validity. But yeah, nah, I don't think it is. Nah, there's no like it's out there, but it's come from. I'll tell you the source. It's come from Sports Boom on the 11th of July. It's the 14th. So why are we just hearing about it now? I don't know, but yeah, Tom Fellows is not for me. If we were to sign, listen, he's young, he's up and coming, etc. But yeah, we need a winger. But it ain't Tom Fellows for me personally. Some might say, well, you were always gassing up Josh Sargent. Josh Sargent is on his way to Wolfsburg in the Bundesliga. Just putting that out there. We'll see how he does, We'll see how he does in the Bundesliga. I think this is why it's gone to pot. Big up to Tiff. I think this is why it's gone to pot, clearly. If he was still in the game, we wouldn't be having these problems. Yeah, let's get into some super chats, the ones that have come in. So, Lucy M, member for 35 months, Luce. Amazing. Thank you so much for your support. Dave Dids, evening, strapped in and ready for a Just Joe rant. Yeah, well, I'm sorry, it couldn't be helped. I don't need you to give me a running commentary, genuinely. Just don't say anything. Just sign some players. Just sign some bloody players, will you? Because that's what we need right now. What if by Sunday we haven't got anyone else and there's no new fresh links? People start to worry then, perhaps? Because then we go to Germany. Helen Walker, member for 40 months. Wow, Helen, always supporting, always posting things online and that in support of the channel. Thank you so much. Christopher Spofford Chapel, another person who just continues to support the channel. Thank you so much. It means a lot. The journey continues, not just for you, but for Dan James as well. Well deserved based on his last 2 seasons. Chris Leeds. Hi, Chris. Joe. I think I'm just frustrated with it all, mate. No love lost with recent messages. Just worry, mate, for the season with some of the players we got. That's fine, mate. Everyone, yeah, just try not to personally attack folks, I guess. But no, big up. Thank you, mate. And yeah, legend. Legend, thanks for your super chat. Yesterday, you were relatively calm. When? Do you mean on the pre-recorded video? So I've got people to keep me calm, bro. And I'm not in full meltdown. I still believe, Matty, we will get the players because each summer they've shown me that. That still doesn't mean that during the process I won't get frustrated. During the process I won't be down, I won't be up. Do you know what I mean? And when you see the sort of messaging, if that's true, because let's be honest, we were told with every deal, and this is what's been briefed, we believe it'll be difficult. Why? Why are you even telling us that? That's clearly briefing come from the football club. 100%. Definite. But why? Why are you doing that? No, we don't need to know. If you don't want to give us a running commentary, then when you get asked by a player, don't say, yeah, but it's going to be difficult. Just say no comment. So you're right. You know? You're all right to tell us that it might be difficult. But then also, like, we're at fault. I'm not sure. Yeah. Yeah. What did Parag say? We're going to be one of the best in Europe. If we haven't signed anybody for Man United Saturday, I'll be starting to worry. Yeah, probably. Yeah, definitely. FFS, it's Monday. True, mate. The full meltdown is simmering underneath. I know. Hopefully not, mate. I went to. I've just re-signed up to the gym today. I was doing shuttle runs. Wow, that was tough, and I did some leg exercises, weights, and stuff. Fair point, but it really doesn't faze me. No, I know you've always remained quite calm, Matty, and we've had debates over this video because of that. But that's fine, you know. Everyone's different in it. Manu are dire straits, no money and can't sell big wage earners. I'm not even asked about them right now. I tell you something though, even though it's a glorified, you know, cost making exercise, if we get battered, it won't look good. Yep. Yeah, that's another thing, innit? If you want to spend every penny, tell me why you can't give Newcastle an extra £3 million for Sean Longstaff. That's mad. Yes. And the messaging, if true, yeah, Mardy about it's pathetic. If you want my honest opinion, it is pathetic. If you're genuinely annoyed that we're finding out and you think that is the reason why we're struggling to get Hoffenheim, oh, it's just madness. That's fine, but if it isn't, then why is it being said, bro? I agree with you. It shouldn't be that deep that Daniel, the Centurion Farker, knows we're after Stack. We're playing hardball with ourselves. Exactly. Do you know what, though? They have walked the walk. They have walked the walk. To be fair to them, they have walked the walk. One thing I will say, what is positive from the James news, obviously he's got a new deal. But one second. Let me just get the picture up. If you just give us a second. That bloody track top. Yeah, I'm telling you now, boy, that'll be getting bought. It's beautiful, that. Isn't it? That is absolutely stunning. Well done, Dan, anyway. Well deserved, Dan. Look at that. It's a thing of beauty, that, let's be honest. Definitely buying that when it lands. And if, don't forget, you can use my my link. I'm going to be getting a QR code sorted for that. Yeah, ideally, because this is the most important transfer window since we were last in the Premier League. Do you know what I mean? This is the one that can set you up. Yeah, I have. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's a thing of beauty. I'll share that as well. It's absolutely beautiful. If this is genuine, people might be able to tap, but that's beautiful. Stunning. Genuinely stunning. I don't have orange trainers, Joe. Orange? I don't have orange trainers. Yeah, it looks legit. No news of that though from like my end, but if it's genuine, then pooh. Do you think it's a big one, isn't it? But it's beautiful, yeah. And then apparently we're getting a black one, aren't we? So, yeah, no, we've known that. They did last season, didn't they? They had it blue. But the thing is, because they're paying us big money, I understand why they say, look, on the main one, it's got to have our proper colours. It's just nature at beast. Yeah. They'll go with them. Definitely. Good lad. Tickets are on sale now. But listen, we'll see. Listen, I've done 42 minutes. Hopefully something changes soon when we start to get some players in. You know my thoughts on it. You know where I'm at currently. But let's wait and see, as always, because there's still time. There's still time. Listen, smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, get your comments in, hit that notification bell. With this coming out at 7:30, it's pointless doing one at 10. So I'll probably see you tomorrow now. But thanks as always for tuning into my rants and ramblings and BS that I chat. It is what it is. Wear my heart on my sleeve, and that was from the heart. Anyway, peace out. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and love for the love. Bye now.